dude, I had some horrific gas last night, dude. Like, my own farts gagging me gas. Those are great, dude. Each one felt like I was, like, emptying out a little pocket. It was like a video game. It was emptying out a little pocket of air for more gas to build up into to fart and let out later.
Maybe you were emptying stuff. Maybe.
Oh, the shit that inevitably followed was fantastic as well.
Oh, sweet.
One of my top 5 all-time shits, I would venture to say.
Wow.
Was anything like the gas that Chris was ripping on Friday night? Yeah, that would have had to have been pretty disgusting.
We Paladinos, we come from a healthy stock.
I bet.
Lovely, lovely. So, what's up?
Things?
Not much, man.
Have people been doing anything this week? Or is it Warcraft playing?
I have played Warcraft maybe twice in the past week.
Well, let's put a proper beginning on the show, and then we can go on from there. So, would anyone like to do an intro for episode 222?
Welcome to the Video Game Show, episode 222.
222.
That'd be 222 times 2 divided by 2 equals episode 222.
Captain Math!
That was for Bob. He liked math things.
He did. Poor Bob.
I don't know if he stopped liking math things. I just know he did at one point.
Who knows?
I think he stopped liking us.
He's never liked us. He just tolerated us.
Then again, he's got an eternal hate for everyone.
My theory is that after how many years in California he's been, he finally found some people to tolerate, to hang out with, so he doesn't need us anymore.
No, dude. No.
But he just moved.
Bob's hate is eternal. It knows no bounds. It knows no borders.
He moved all of 1 mile, Phil.
Yeah. He moved like a block away.
Still, he doesn't have the same... whatever.
He now must set up a new home base of hate.
I did say tolerate. I didn't say like. I said tolerate. Found new people to tolerate.
That was like a leopard burp. I approve.
It was a lerp.
So, what is up with people? What have they been playing over the week that they would like to talk about? Or any other topic they'd like to talk about?
I mostly just played a hell of a lot of Black Ops.
Are you liking it?
Multiplayer is fun, yeah.
So has it gotten better for you?
I have gotten better, yes.
Therefore, the game has gotten better because you have gotten better. It's funny how they suck less when you're better at them.
Exactly. So last time we talked about Black Ops, I was saying that I enjoyed multiplayer, but I sucked hard at it. So it was becoming very annoying. I've gotten better, and I've leveled a lot. There are 50 levels that you can achieve in multiplayer, and I am currently like 49 and a half. So all that means is you have access to more weapons and things to unlock.
How long does it take to go get that far? Like, can you quantify how much time you played it?
I play...
Hey, I'm Captain Math. He's played it approximately 14 billion nanoseconds.
Wow.
To the 7th.
So it's probably been 2 weeks since we didn't really do a show last week, so it was 2 Sundays ago, I guess, that I talked about it, so it's been about 2 weeks-ish of playing probably 4 days a week, 5 days a week for a couple hours, so it didn't take that long.
It took you 2 weeks to suck less.
Yes. Which actually, you know, in a multiplayer shooter-type game is not that bad, you know? But anyway, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's
enjoyable. Yes, you enjoy it.
Well, it's just that's the word. It's a distraction until 9 days from today or whatever it is, when Cataclysm comes out, and I'll probably not play it much at all anymore. But yeah, it's good. It's fun playing with people you know. Last night I played with Lano and a bunch of other guys from Sarcastic Gamer, and we had a lot of fun because there's a submachine gun called the Scorpion, which is a tiny little, it's almost like a pistol size, and it shoots, the rate of fire is very fast on them, and they're so small that you could dual wield them. So there were probably 8 of us in the group, and everybody was taking the the perks that we used were, one of them was lightweight, which increases the speed that you move. Marathon, which lets you sprint longer. And dual-wielding scorpions, and we just ran around like retards, dual-wielding scorpions and running up and shooting people in the face, and it was a lot of fun.
That's not a very good reference, because I can honestly say I haven't seen too many groups of retards running around shooting each other with...
Well, we weren't shooting each other. We were all on the same team.
Of course, you're retarded. You were just shooting the wall and things.
But we went a good 17 matches in a row undefeated with the super retards.
Were you fighting anyone, or was it like retard scoring?
No.
Where everyone gets a trophy.
There were, I forget what it is, there were 7 of us maybe in the group, so there was always like one random person, this poor random person who kept being grouped with us.
Like, why am I with retards with Uzis?
We did multiplayer, deathmatch, and domination. Domination is there's 3 flags, and the longer you control the flags, the more points you get. So we did those 2 types of multiplayer, and it was, it's like 8 on 8. So there was 7 or 8 of us in a group, and then we were being matched against 7 or 8 random other people.
That sounds like that would have been fun.
It was fun because it's not a good tactic to take, because they're very inaccurate weapons, and you have to get, pretty close to people in order to actually kill them. But when you've got 8 people and 2 or 3 people running around in groups, and you're just all running around, it's being a retard is not a good way to fight in a war. But when you've got 8 retards all doing it, then it's a force to be reckoned with.
So apparently, if you take 8 retards, by their powers combined, you have a positive tactic.
We were like Voltron. One of us was not very strong, but when 8 retards formed to form Super Tard, we were a force to be reckoned with.
Lano was the head of Super Tard, wasn't he?
He was, actually.
How did I know?
Yes, he was our leader of the...
Chairman of Super Tard.
Yeah. He was Chairman Tard. But yeah, it was good. That was a lot of fun. That was the most fun I think I've had playing that game since I got it. It was just, and of course we all joined the same Xbox Live party chat, so that we didn't have to listen to other people. We we only listened to our own retard selves, and it was pretty fun. The more people you have in a group doing that, the more fun it is, and it was a blast. So thanks guys for inviting me, and it was cool.
I'd have to say that's the best way to do the voice chat, just because people get to be stupid.
Yeah. So we never really talked about that, and I couldn't even really tell you when they implemented it with one of the past dashboard updates, but they have this thing called Party Chat, which essentially is like, so for this group, the closest equivalent is like a Steam chat room. So, you're playing a game, but outside of the game, you have your own chat thing going on, like we do when we play, when we were playing Vegas or whatever. It's the equivalent to that. There's voice chat in the game, but we don't use that. We use the Xbox Live party chat so that we can all hear each other. And we can, we actually do, hey, there's a guy over here, but it's more fun because we can talk however we want. We can BS the whole time, and it's just us in the group. So if there's other people that we're playing with, we can't hear them because we're in our own group chat. So
that begs the question: what game is there? Any game that you actually use the chat that's built into the game with? Because I can't think of one.
So with the games and the game systems I play, World of Warcraft, they have in-game chat, but we always use Ventrilo. And Steam, we always use Steam Chat, and in Xbox Live, since I've been playing more of that, we've been using the Party Chat. So most of these game environment things have their own chat now, and they're always far superior to the in-game ones. So to answer your question, we used to use in-game chat for stuff when there wasn't an outside thing to use. We used it for a while in World of Warcraft too, and it was always crappy. It never worked right. It's like the game developers put a half-assed attempt at voice chat in so they can say they have it, but it's almost never as good.
Probably because they realize no one's going to use it.
Yeah, well. So yeah, there's none of the games that I play do I use the in-game chat stuff. I always use some outside thing.
Yeah, so do I. That's what I'm saying. I can't think of one.
Yeah. Which is annoying, like when I play with Chris and you guys in World of Warcraft and he insists on using the in-game thing, it's really annoying. Because I have it turned off, and if I turn it on, I have to redo all the settings every time, because, we never use it. We always use Vent.
Ivan, can you talk a couple minutes about Rage for the iPad?
I can. So, oh, God, what's his name? John...
Carmack.
Wait, which one's the... There's John Carmack and John Romero.
Romero, yeah.
Why is he in it?
He's the one that split off from id Software and developed his own company. He was the one that did that
Daikatana.
Yeah, that thing that bombed, but he was the one that, the advertisements were that said John Romero's going to make you his bitch, and he's just very arrogant and kind of a douchebag. So I guess it's Carmack. I always get the two confused because they're both named John. Carmack is still with id Software, and he's still developing games and stuff. id Software is currently developing a game called Rage for iPhone, iPad, iTouch. And it's kind of a slow development process. Along the way, what they're doing is they're taking the technology and making smaller games with the engine. So in the next year, I don't know, or two, whenever, they're going to release this giant, first-person shooter type game called Rage. And in the meantime, they're releasing small bits of this technology through other games. And they released a game called, what the hell was it? Well, it was called Monster TV Mayhem or something like that. Which uses this Raid engine, and it's a on-rails shooter, which means it's a lot like those light gun arcade games, like the Area 51 thing, where you shoot the light gun at the guys that pop out at you. So you don't move your guy. You move the gun around, but you don't move the guy. You move to a section and you shoot a bunch of stuff, and then it moves you to another section and you shoot a bunch of stuff. But the technology is pretty cool. It's the graphics are amazing, and the fluidity of the game is very good. So the graphics are highly detailed, but the performance doesn't suffer by having them look that good. So this first-person on-rails shooter thing is it's cool. It's definitely just kind of like a tech demo, essentially. But this Rage game that they're developing, and I don't even know a lot of the details of it, should be pretty cool if based on what they have released so far with this tech demo thing that they have out now. So it should be pretty cool. I played it on the iPad. I brought it over to Chad's, and Tom and Chad gave it a whirl, and they both thought it was kind of cool. I bought the quote HD version, which is higher resolution graphics that run on the higher end devices, like the iPhone 4 as opposed to the previous iPhones, and the iPad. So it was, I think, $1.99, and you could put it on both devices. So I also put it on the iPhone. It actually plays better on the iPhone because you can kind of hold the iPhone in your hands like a handheld device instead of playing it on the iPad on like a table.
Does the one with the iPhone use like tilt to do all the aiming?
You can do it either way. So on the iPad version, I think you can do it on either way on either device. I had it set up on the iPad to work like a trackpad mouse. So there's a section of the game area that's dedicated to the mouse movement, the movement of the gun, and it kind of works like a trackpad on a laptop. On the iPhone, you can do it either way. Well, I think on both you can do it on either way, but on the iPhone, you can do it either way, where you either slide your finger around to control it, or you can move the actual iPhone to aim. Pretty cool, though. Really good graphics. Hopefully Rage will be pretty cool. I think they're supposed to release 1 or 2 additional games as they kind of get further along in the development. So they should probably have some additional stuff available.
Okay. Has anyone ever tried in this group that game called Minecraft?
God, no.
Yes.
Keith, you have tried Minecraft, because people have written in letters saying people here should try Minecraft, so you tried it.
Yeah, it's basically just big open world, and all I've ever done was just build castles in it. It's basically like Legos. There's really nothing to it. The graphics are rancid. It's just, you run out and punch tree until you get block of wood, then you make block of wood into planks, then make planks into sticks to make a shovel to dig, and that kind of thing. And then you just gather different resources and build things.
So it's so open that there's not even really like a point to the game. It's just you go off and do whatever it is you want to do.
Correct. And it's not like there's really things wandering around to fight. Yes, there's zombies, but for the most part, it's just you building things.
Yeah, in my adventures on the internet, I see, posts like, hey, they created this thing in Minecraft. Look, it's awesome. And it's this nasty 8-bit looking building, like they built the Taj Mahal in Minecraft. Look how awesome it is.
That's
and it's like
pretty much what it is.
Wow. I guess that's an achievement for someone. But I never understood the point. People keep telling me how addictive it is and how awesome it is, and I guess I never saw the point to it. I guess I like my games to have a point.
It's something. It's a time killer. It's something that you can do and just kill some time with. It's kind of neat, but it's nothing fantastic.
Yeah. It's kind of the same. I know it's a completely different game, but for the same reason, I never really got into The Sims, because it was kind of the same thing. It was like, hey, you can build a house and put a person in it and have your person cook dinner and then go swim in a pool.
I never liked The Sims. I was never a Sims guy.
It's the same premise. Like, here's all this stuff. Do whatever it is that you want to do.
See, I don't look at it quite that way. I look at it like Minecraft is... it's Legos. Here's, you got a bunch of these blocks, go build things. Whereas Sims was, you don't really build anything. You put the house, you can build your little house, but you can't get absolutely crazy with it.
Well, yeah.
But I see the reference. I just think of it more as Legos than Sims. That's all.
Well, the thing that made me think of it was like Chris, at one point, created the house that he was living in Brunswick. He created in The Sims or something, and it was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But now what do you do? And there's never really an answer, because there's
not one
to do. So yeah, I've seen it. I've never played Minecraft. I've never downloaded it or done anything with it, because it just didn't look appealing to me. I guess maybe I've got enough other stuff to do that I don't need. I'm not a Farmville kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm not into that really either. I would rather do something than virtually. I want to play a video game. I don't want to virtually play a game where you're virtual, make-believe world.
Right.
I can go cook dinner in real life if I want to go cook something.
And that right there is the reason why I don't like the gathering part or aspect of the games like Warcraft, the strategy games.
I don't like that in any of them.
Which we've talked about before, because what's that game you played, Day of Defeat? Or
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War is an RTS game without a lot of resource stuff.
Yes, you just go capture the point, and that's all you do.
The Minecraft thing always seemed to me like a watered-down, silly version of, like, Second Life. Because there's no point to Second Life either. You just kind of go off and you build things and you do stuff.
I've never played Second Life, so I'm not sure how the two compare. I think Tom was the only one that has played Second Life, if memory serves correctly.
Whatever happened to Second Life? You never hear anything about it anymore.
They were overcome by an army of flying penises. It's now no longer Second Life, it's Penisopia.
Yeah, I think we're at a point right now where we can probably call it a night if we want to.
It's probably safe.
It's probably safe, and I doubt we have anything else to really talk about. So
yeah. So, anyone like to say any final words before we close the show?
Final word! That was my final word.
Yeah, I don't have anything final to say.
Okay, then we can just end it right there and they can push their stop buttons.
Final word will be stop.